Hello and welcome to the Chilled Investor. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Today, I'm going to share with you one of the best investments I think I've made, one which I have in both of my portfolios, and one which I will continue to invest in and keep for the long term. So, the company I'm going to discuss today is Imperial Brands. Imperial Brands are basically a tobacco company, a massive one though, with plenty of different brands. Most notably, these include John Player Special, Lambert and Butler, Golden Virginia, and Riesler. They also invest heavily in what they term next generation products, like vapes and nicotine products. And they operate across the Americas, Africa, Asia, Australia, the UK, and Europe. Right, next I'll focus on the dividends. Now, Imperial Brands pay out 4 times a year, and their next ex-dividend date is on the 18th of August. They have a dividend cover of approximately 1.4 and a dividend yield of 7.6%. So now we know that the dividends are good, let's look at the financials. So as we take a look, we see that the revenue shows increases almost year on year, and profits also show increases almost year on year, except for 2019 where profits fell by around $500 million. Following this drop in profits was a dividend cut for 2020, which now seems to be recovering for 2021 and hopefully will continue to recover for the foreseeable future. Okay, next we take a look at assets. So we can see here that the assets are a bit all over the place, a bit up and down. The investments have reduced over time. Intangible assets have reduced a little over time as well. Property, plant and equipment, they're built up and then followed by a little bit of a reduction and so on. There's nothing really to be concerned about in there. And then we move down to look at the current assets. And as we can see, it's a similar sort of trend. We start off low, come high, back down low again. It's nothing to be particularly worried about as far as I'm concerned. Although one thing I have noticed, they have increased the cash in hand quite a lot, from 624 million all the way to 1.287 billion. And again, it did reach a high before coming back down a little bit. But again, nothing really to be concerned about. The overall assets seem to be hovering around the 30 billion mark. So it all seems pretty stable despite the up and down movement. And now we look at the liabilities. So on the current liabilities, we can see the borrowing has actually come down from quite a high rate here all the way down to 1.164 billion. So it's quite a big drop. The other current liabilities, we can see they've gradually raised through the years, and then in the final year they seem to have dropped a little bit, and that's true on both of these lines here where it's gone up and come down. And then we move to the non-current liabilities. So again on here, the borrowing's gradually gone up. Before the latest year it's just dropped a little. And then other non-current liabilities, same sort of idea. It's peaked in the last couple of years and then it's dropped again a little bit. The total liabilities, again the same story. They've gradually increased before dropping off in 2021. But the net assets have remained strong. We're looking at 5.9 billion there, down a little bit through the years, but nothing to be concerned about. All seems pretty stable to me. What do I think about Imperial Brands? Well, for me, at first, I was reluctant to invest with it being a smoking company. But then I looked a little bit more and I thought, well, at the end of the day, people know the risks associated with smoking, and these also invest in many things which help people stop smoking. So in the end, I decided it was a good idea to invest. And they've been a brilliant company for me, paid regular dividends continuously, and it's a company I intend to continue to invest in. to hold for the long term. They seem to be quite a strong company what could weather a recession if we happen to have one. If you liked the video or you found it useful, please think about leaving us a like or subscribing. It'll really help the channel and I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you on the next one.